Hey there, gals and guys, Vetemor here, back at it again, and today I've got professional TFT player Frobei on the channel here. How's it going, Frobei?
It's going very well. Thank you, Vetemor. It's a pleasure to discuss with you.
Yeah, it's been very cool having you on. We've literally just filmed 3 entire videos, like a mini series on just like beginner's guide on different aspects of the game. It's been a pleasure making that with you. So just as a quick first question before we get into the interview, what reason do you think people should watch that video series that we made?
Oh, interesting question. Yeah, so Vetemor and I just try to make the best educational content just to talk about the basics, the one-on-one of Illuvium, what you need to understand in order to understand what's happening in those very dynamic fights. And I can understand that these fights can be overwhelming. So we try to figure out what were the key points that you guys need to watch so you'll be able to understand all the different leagues made by Kieran, Andrew, and Grant.
And the way that we basically did that was I told Frobei what I didn't understand because I'm a complete noob. And he was like, oh, okay, let's cover that. And honestly, like going through those, it blew my mind as to how simple certain bits are. And once you get them, actually watching the fights can be a lot more interesting because you kind of get what's actually going on a lot better. So let's jump into your backstory. How did you sort of come to Illuvium, and also where are you from in the sense of like what field, what are your interests?
Yeah, so completely weird, but I actually studied engineering and I hated it. But after that, like when TFT was launched, I saw this game as very fun game. The auto battler genre, like it was completely new for a lot of people, and I kind of got addicted to it. But I was playing just casually, and only after during the COVID period where everyone was locked down and where I could actually walk while watching TFT streams without someone watching me behind, that I started to like it even more. And I thought that maybe I wanted to try to do professional career on TFT as a player, but also as a YouTuber, and that was my challenges. So after spending some time and actually spending more time on the game, I managed to, of course, get from casual to very competitive. I managed to reach my best rank was top 100 player in Europe, which is good, but I'm somehow not satisfied because I know there are better players than me, but that's another problem. And then after my job also on YouTube was to try to make the best educational content to help people just getting better in the game and enjoy the game even more, because when we are good at it, we enjoy it even more. And I think the thing I'm most proud of is that I help hundreds of players, I can't count them, but hundreds for sure, achieving the master rank. So the master, it's basically a rank where around only 1% of the best players can achieve. And I think this in itself, it's already an achievement. So, hey, I come from TFT, and of course, when I see that Illuvium is another kind of auto battler, which is different. It's not the TFT 2.0. It's not low-cost TFT. It's really different. And I think this is good for the genre. And that's why I'm here, because I'm curious and I want to compete as well, potentially on this game.
I recently had a conversation with Zeptal, and he was sort of saying that some of the people in TFT have become a little bit disappointed with it over time as things have sort of evolved. Do you think that a lot of TFT players, once Illuvium comes out, will have a bunch of interest in jumping into Illuvium?
Well, that story that Zeptal said, it's exactly the same story as I had. Actually, I don't know if you know, but Zeptal were actually teammates on TFT 1 year ago, and we lost contact because he went to another team. And then after I saw him on Discord, I'm like, what the fuck, man? And then we caught up, and now we are like discussing a lot about Illuvium and theory crafting and so on. But yeah, definitely coming back to the topic, for me, TFT didn't solve everything about the auto battler genre. There's still a lot of frustration that can come from the RNG. People like it, people don't like it. I personally don't like it. That's why I was super happy to see that Illuvium doesn't have the same problem. Another problem which is not necessarily impacting directly the players, but it's still impacting them indirectly, is the ability to monetize a game like TFT. Okay, it's not like League of Legends where it's super easy to sell skins because you play your character, you really feel like you are the character. So selling skins makes sense. But in TFT, you can't really sell skin, or the skin they sell, they are not really that compelling. So they really have a problem with monetization. And because of that, they can't invest even more on the game to make it better, less buggy, more competitive, more beautiful, these kind of things. So that's why I'm saying it's impacting the game indirectly, the players indirectly. So I really believe that Illuvium, with this new ecosystem, completely different. I don't come from crypto at all. I just learned about crypto around the time I learned about Illuvium, basically. But I feel like this monetization can allow the game to reach further heights.
No, definitely, because then they can do more research, they can invest more into just literally every aspect. And from your perspective, do you think that TFT players coming into Illuvium will be coming into the game with some kind of an advantage because they've already got auto battler experience?
Yeah, definitely. More like the skill transition from one game to another will be super easy. It's like learning about something and trying something similar, not necessarily the same as similar. It's just like the curve of progression is just faster for these people. So yeah, of course. But what I'm going to say is that this knowledge, in my opinion, is good only for the beginning of the game. If someone doesn't try to learn the game, to like to watch streams, to watch videos, and try new stuff, they're just going to be good, and they're going to plateau. Their skills are going to plateau compared to people who never played any auto battlers. I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of people who never be on Hearthstone or TFT or chess or whatever. They never tried it, or just casual, and suddenly they play Illuvium, and you will see that they're going to go to the roof and destroy everyone, and will be like, who is this genius? And so it's all about, yes, having an advantage, sure, but keeping that advantage is the challenge.
You got to keep growing and researching, and anyone playing any professional sport needs to keep training. And if you are playing it as a like trained sport in that way, you've got to keep improving and training and studying, definitely. And when it comes to actually playing the game, are you more excited about just playing the auto battler, just playing in the sort of ranked arena, or do you also want to experience the overworld and sort of be trying that aspect out? Although I guess there is auto battler in that as well, as when you're catching them, you still need to battle them first.
So the way I see Overworld, for me as a player who really want to jump into the PvP, that's my essence. I want to play and fight against people. But when I see Overworld, of course, it will be at the beginning of the game. We will be forced to play Overworld because this is where we're going to catch our first Illuvials. This is where we're going to discover a lot of things about some Illuvials, about the world, about all of these little things. And even the market, maybe we have to learn how to use the market correctly. And I think also for a lot of players, it will be a great introduction for the auto battler, because I believe that the auto battler in the overworld will be easier than one we have in the survival mode. So it will be a really good way to start understanding the process of auto battler. But for me, of course, at first I will do a lot of overworld, and I think slowly but surely I'm going to play less and less Overworld and try to focus more on the PvP, either ranked or Leviathan. Depends on how they look like, I guess, and where are the tournaments. If they make all the tournaments of ranked PvP, I'm probably focused only on this part, because of course this is part of wanting to play professionally. But I can see the Overworld as a good way to relax a bit and try to explore some things, like just to have a different rhythm in the game.
And maybe try catch like a holographic.
Okay, I'm super bad at catching rare things. I don't know about you, but I played Pokemon was a little, just like for fun, of course. Never I played professionally, but never in my life I saw a shiny Pokemon. And I played yellow, gold, silver. No, it was not. It was crystal. And then I played Gen 3, until Gen 4, and I think I played many times and I never saw a shiny. So I don't know about that. Maybe you have more luck than me, but
I've also never been that lucky in games and stuff, but I don't know. I'm almost like, should we just grind a bunch of Overworld until we see a shiny, but then break our keyboard when we don't even catch it after we see it, and it's just gonna be so sad.
that's something I respect deeply because they can do things I will never be able to do. It's like spending 8 hours doing the same thing, like the same thing over and over again. And at the end of the day, not having a single shiny, I'm like, how could you waste your time for 8 hours? I can't. But there are people who are really good at that, and that's why I respect them, of course. We need everyone, every style of people, we need them anyway.
That's what I think is very cool about Illuvium, because there'll be people that just play on the overworld and love that style. There'll be people competing out in the ranked. There'll be people gambling out in the Leviathan arena. There'll be grinders over there that just get really good at Leviathan that just make tons of money there. Like, who knows? And there'll also be people just harvesting and actually getting materials and maybe like crafting items. Do you think you're going to do a lot of that kind of thing? Maybe getting skins and different things? Or you're just going to focus more on the competitive play?
I would say it depends on how the skins look like and how we can show it to people, I guess. Personally, it's true that, how can I explain it? I personally like to have a different skin, the skin that is different from most people, because I guess that gives a sense of uniqueness. Like we are different, and of course we want to show that. But it depends also on how time consuming it can be, or how hard it can be, and how easy it is to show to other people. Maybe if we can't show our skin, for instance, in a ranked PvP, which is called they changed the name recently.
I'm pretty sure that you can show your skins for like the outfit that your person wears and like a skin on a sword and stuff. Like it shows up, I'm pretty sure, in the ranked as well, which is probably the best thing, because if it didn't show up there, like what's the point?
Otherwise it's kind of weird. But yeah, I think I wouldn't spend too much time into this stuff, even though I would find it fun. But I would say I have only 24 hours per day.
Yeah.
I spend half of the day sleeping, so it's only 12 hours, and I can't do everything.
And if you had to pick like a dream outfit for yourself, like what would it be? Like a Santa Claus outfit? Do you want to look really cool? Maybe like a leather hat, like cowboy boots? I don't know. What kind of outfit would you like your character to have?
In every MMORPG games, I would always try to have a fish outfit. Like my character would be like a fish. I don't know why. It became a meme with myself, basically. So I think I will do that. It was super fun to go into the tournament with the fish road and the fish and going there. But maybe something silly like this, probably. Or maybe something cool, depending on the design, I guess.
That would be really cool. A fish outfit, and then your sword can be a fish.
Exactly.
You slap them. It's a slap. Like the animation changes to a slap. It's beautiful. Exactly. Jeez. And then what about, like, what's your favorite Illuviul so far from everything that you've sort of seen?
Honestly, so design was like just the look of it. I find Fur Knight super cool. But I am biased because I have a parrot, and so I'm kind of keen into like super cool birds and everything. In terms of design like how they fight in the game, I like things which are straightforward, like Dual F, because they deal a lot of damage and it's very simple to understand how they work. But I guess there's one. It's kind of hard to know exactly which one I like the most before testing them. But for sure, like Dual F is something I have my eyes on. I just know that it's a stage 5, if I'm correct. So it's going to be kind of hard to find it normally.
And, well, I guess we're all really excited to just get the game and play it. What's going to be your strategy when the actual full game comes out, if you have any?
So my strategy, like it's a bit like I said earlier, I think we will all have to start with Overworld. I don't know how the overall will be. I guess my idea is to try to catch a bit of different Illuvials in order to have, something available to change a bit my deck and try to start to build the first teams, basically, which could be efficient to catch more Illuvials and maybe to try to hit on the ranked PvP just to see a bit if there are other people doing the same. And maybe, I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but try to grab the first ranks as fast as possible, just to be able to show off on Discord, and that's all.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for that all to come. It's gonna be a great time. Just before we finish this interview, obviously, once again, the next 3 days there's going to be a video coming every day on this channel that we've made together. If anybody wants to find you, they can find your Twitter and YouTube links in the description of this video. Is there anywhere else that you want people to find you?
Oh no, it's going to be enough on Twitter and on my channel. This is where I'm going to make, my channel specifically, this is where I'm going to make some educational content. I'm going to try to do, like I did for TFT, try to make very compelling educational content to help you in order to achieve like better ranks or just being better at Overworld, because this is necessary as well. And yeah, I hope I can help you on that.
I definitely look forward to watching your videos when the game comes out, because you are one of the like pro players potentially for Illuvium, as you do have a ton of TFT experience. I look forward to that.
Yeah. I don't know what to add.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on, bro. Take care.
It's a real pleasure as well. Take care, man.